Her wife is not loved, stuck with an uncaring husband. She is like a prostitute. Transaction-based life she leads. In my case, married too young. Poor home life brought that on, unaware of the dynamic, which happens to even the most educated. Women who come from solid homes can marry a conniving, masked one. She may or may not earn her own money. After a child or two, they may have decided she's needed at home to care for the baby. The rewards of child raising are in fact many. But when their daddy is trying domination through isolation, get her away from caring people. If she came from a stable home, a move may be needed. A fulfilling position where she had support, no time for calls if they ask for report. How are you doing? You and the kids. It's been a long time since we have met. Can you have lunch out or catch a movie? Oh, I understand, yes, they do keep you busy. So it can go, years tick on by, especially if babies keep coming. 11 had I. So busy with normal daily chores, you hardly notice your husband's a bore. Cooking and cleaning, changing diapers. For a relaxing bath, you may be asking too much. Once he's home from work, his feet he puts up. Your understanding support his self-care, but no one looks to your needs, how you fare. This imbalance can be subtle, 'cause we're the type. To be doers, busy bees, we ask no hype. Contented with very possibly too little. A house, food, little ones we love. What's missing, though, is love from our hub. Adult love and connection. The bedroom is not only for sleeping. Reaper comes to bid us from keeping. He needs to get from us a transaction. I work all day. Give me what I'm asking. For years complying, yes, of course. I just feel used for you only come close. When sex you desire, don't seem to care if I'm tired. I work hard too. A lot of work round here I do. My hours continue into the night. Non-stop I work for you to supply. Meals, a clean home, well cared for kids. Sewing to save money, diapers washed and folded. Mending the whole of your favorite sweatshirt. Swept the kitchen of food and dirt. Asking permission, some women like I did, if this thing I may buy to use for family. Looking back, I felt like a kid, asking Big Daddy for his money to spend. If I don't want to comply, as years pass, he makes it known with Bible verses that's his ass. He quotes, my body belongs to him. For being no Christian, how convenient it is. I may have tears in my eyes sometimes. Doesn't bother him, he knows why. I share my feelings, never been shy. If I could have back then realized, the warning signs were so many. All the friends I had drank the Kool-Aid. Yes, you need to submit, he deserves it. Don't ask anything of him, just be content. In other words, now I see clearly, only one party mattered and it wasn't me. I realize now, that's why I left Christianity. Those beliefs and teachings only gaslit me. I knew that I did in fact matter. I didn't call it marital rape till years later. I complied, kept giving loads of effort, to the plummeting of my soul, bound and fettered. So subtle it began, me being lesser than, meant I gave without limit, grateful for the least little thing he gave effort. He worked, and that was about it. Porn addictions, video game addictions, I couldn't be thankful for that shit, but I tried to not hold it against him, when all along they showed his true character. Repetitive affairs I forgave as Christ did me. If I ever mentioned the pain they caused, shame and contempt, I was at fault. So the tie between me giving the goods made me feel like a prostitute. If I try to leave, I have no money, no support from friend or family. If I stay, we have a house. He lets me live here, I'm his spouse. He may not allow me to do certain things or spend his money on personal needs, but the kids and I won't be starving, and from the outside it looks like I'm lying. Everything seems picture perfect, although I knew it wasn't. I didn't understand how far from okay. Living this lie was costing me everything. Things got progressively worse. The last decade together cost all of my joy, passion, love for life. I was barely existing as the wife. So many pastors, bishops, and friends. I cried out for help. No one cared to listen. Always a reasoning for me to accept. Be grateful for the little he gave. Felt like another transaction. This amount each month equals you shut up. You're not thankful enough, so he's rough. You're responsible for him to not be upset. You're also responsible for how you let anything he does or doesn't do affect. So all the more effort I contributed. Body began to shut down, constipation, fear. I became more noticeably scared when he drew near. I tell my story for there are many, in similar situations for decades. No one in their circle either tells them it's abuse and that they need to leave. Judges and courts also comply. Unless you've been punched, have a black eye. Still, leaving is the best thing you'll ever do, to gain back your personhood and personal power. Never again back down or cower. Joy will return and the kids will see, even if it takes them as long as it took me.